Hey y'all, how's it going? Just doing a little quick mukbang. Crab leg. I already dove into it before I decided, let me record this. These were old snow crabs just sitting in the freezer. Uh, put them in the pot for 30 minutes with some Old Bay. Well, in a bag in a pot with the Old Bay. And they came out really good. So, I have a little bit of cabbage here. Nothing fancy. And I have some green tea. Now, the cabbage came from a place called Pauline's Caribbean Soul Kitchen. And it was horrible. It was bland. I hated it. So I put it in a pot with some peppers, red, yellow, and orange peppers, as well as some spices, but I kind of OD'd on the red pepper flakes, so a little bit spicy. Come on. There we go. Starting to get better at cracking these suckers. I really, really wanted some king crab. But the place that has really good king crab is almost a half an hour away. And technically I'm on the clock. So to go all the way out there, to wait however long and get back, just isn't worth it on a weekday. So even though I can do like an hour for lunch, but that would be more than an hour. So try not to take advantage. But yeah, I had ordered brown stew chicken. And I was originally going to do the curry chicken. But I tried a brown stew. I said, let me do that. They called, so they didn't have it. So I got the curry. Y'all. Now again, I was fully aware that this was a Caribbean spot. I was not fully aware that I guess there's a Caribbean version to mac and cheese, which I'd never seen in any Caribbean place I've ever been to. I am definitely not an expert in Caribbean cuisine, but I'm used to regular, traditional, old baked mac and cheese. Butter sauce, just butter sauce with Old Bay. Ain't got time for the fancy. When I tell y'all, it was the worst excuse my language, food, worst mac and cheese. Everything was horrible. The mac and cheese, it wasn't a traditional baked mac and cheese like layered. The cheese sauce that they used was like a freaking nacho cheese sauce. I had my sister try it first, and when I tell you she spit it out, we love mac and cheese. Who doesn't, right? She spit it out. But I buy it, so I at least wanted to try it. I'm sitting there thinking she's over exaggerating. It was so disgusting. Like I said, the cabbage was ill seasoned, barely seasoned at all. And I was expecting rice and peas, so forgive me if I just don't know. But I got rice and beans, like red beans and rice. And I was like, no. I thought I was going to have like white or brown rice with peas type concoction. That's what I was expecting. So maybe I just don't know any better. And had the, false expectations of it. But that wasn't even good. So I didn't even try the curry chicken. I had paid $25 for this through DoorDash. And at that point, I was over it. So, I went and left a horrible, horrible rating on DoorDash. And I added them on social media. And said what I had to say. Exactly what I told y'all. It's one thing for one thing to be off. Everything, at least 75% of the meal, like, come on. That's crazy. And I paid $25. I'm so glad, y'all. So if anybody is a returner, which I don't really have a following, so you may not be. But hi, glad you're here. I had weight loss surgery a couple months back. And I had done crab legs because at the time, crab legs are very soft. They're easy to digest and go down. At the time that I first made a video, I didn't post it because it just didn't seem worth it. But I could only eat one cluster. So I'm very proud of myself. The key is just sticking to healthy options, which I've been doing for the most part. Because your body will not betray you. It's doing what it's supposed to do. You can't handle, let me speak for myself. I can't handle grease and fatty foods like I could before, which I'm glad. That's literally the purpose. So, it'll make my stomach hurt. But also, so we're just eating fast sometimes. I had a salad over the weekend, and I just didn't chew thoroughly. And I could just feel it built up in there, just waiting to be digested slowly. So I do prefer seafood, soups, mushy foods. Like a couple weeks back, I made a ricotta bake, which is literally just ricotta and sauce, but I added veggies just for some texture. I did spaghetti meat with veggie noodles, which once I'm back to normal, which probably won't be for a year, maybe a year and a half, I'll be able to handle better. But I couldn't do the veggie noodles too much, so I just ate the spaghetti meat because that's a mushy food. So that was good. All right, so these were doing so well at first, and now they're giving me guff. This dog is over here. He's not salivating this time. It's weird. Kind of depends on what the food is. Certain foods, his mouth just gets to dripping before I even take a bite. other foods. I mean, he's sitting there watching, but he's just sitting there watching. Come here, say hi to the people. Come on. Come on. Come here. He's jumping up in the back. Why he look like you about to mug me? Little boy here. Why he look like he about to mug me, y'all? What a weirdo. But that's my baby. That's my baby right there. So yeah. How you guys holding up? I mean, I might need to brush up on my news because I'm hearing Europe is going into lockdown again, and we might be. Meanwhile, you know, though I've been social distancing, I know I've been keeping a mask on, I have been kind of going back to life as I knew it. Not exactly as much, because I still try to be just socially responsible, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I haven't been out a couple times. I have a date tonight, so he and I are going out for some live jazz, which I'm super excited about. We went to the movies this week, and we had to keep our masks on the whole time, which is understandable when there's other people in the theater, which I guess is what it's really referencing. How frequently are you there by yourself? But we were initially, and it was like, if no one comes in here, I'm not putting it on. But then 3 more people came in, so 5 total. So of course I put it on. Like I said, I'm not just out here blatantly thinking of myself like a lot of these crazy folk are. I can't believe I forgot to say, I hope y'all voted. I hope y'all voted for the candidate who is not in office at the moment. Just gonna be honest. You know, no issues with Republicans, issues with Trump supporters. And it is what it is. If you're one, you can turn this off. To me, there's just no justifying supporting that man. I understand the conservative agenda to a certain extent. Everybody wants to do well for themselves. But the greediness within that party is fucking inhuman. It's fucking inhuman. I read somewhere that the top 1 or 5% combined, make more than 65% of the working middle class and pay less than like 10% taxes, while we're paying over 26. Don't quote me on the numbers, but it's roughly along those lines. The point is the disparity in it, not the exact numbers. You know, again, I get wanting to do well for yourself, your family, your generations to come. But once you've achieved that, you can't fucking share. You can't fucking help your fellow man. You can't fucking even keep your fucking money. How about start a fucking, sorry for all the language, I'm just so disgusted. Start an organization to help people. You know what I mean? Pay more in taxes so that us broke people don't have to pay as much. This just doesn't make sense. We damn near have an infinite amount of money. Nobody likes to pay taxes, but it's fair for you to pay basically nothing when you have it to pay 100 times over. How does that make sense? And that's just on that issue. I'm not even going to get on the topic of racism because I don't have enough time for that. I have to get back to work. So I'll just leave that where it lies. And just say that I hope everybody's voting with a conscience. That's the best way I can put it. What else? It's cold here, y'all. It snowed yesterday, first snow. It was just a little coating of the cars, basically, a little covering of the cars, but still it snowed. And the past few years, I don't really recall November seeing much. So I'm like, it's a bit early, It's a bit early. Okay, starting to get full. On this last piece. And that's another thing. Just being able to stop before you get uncomfortable. We Americans, we're greedy as hell. We eat insane portions. And these were things that either I didn't think about as much or care about as much prior to being like really pointed out to me. It would break. I don't care for those little ends. These little ones. They're always really salty. Two more meetings today, and then I'm off. Thank Lord. All right. Yeah, I didn't notice him. Arizona green tea, so good. What you want, sir? Don't push off me. Anyway, y'all. Have a great day from me and mine to you and yours. I will see you on the next one. Bye.